Have you ever wondered why Satan wanted the body of Moses after he died? This might sound strange, even unsettling, but it's a story deeply rooted in the Bible. Moses, a towering figure in biblical history, led the Israelites out of Egyptian slavery and brought them to the brink of the Promised Land. He was a leader, a prophet, and the one through whom God delivered the 10 Commandments. But what happened after his death is quite intriguing. According to the Bible, God himself laid Moses to rest in a secret place. But then something peculiar happened. A fierce argument broke out between the archangel Michael and Satan over Moses' body. This isn't some myth or legend, it's mentioned in the book of Jude, verse 9, where Michael and Satan have a heated confrontation over Moses' remains. This raises an important question: why would Satan be so interested in the body of Moses? To understand this, we need to explore the events surrounding Moses' death. Moses was a remarkable man, chosen by God to lead his people, the Israelites, out of slavery and guide them toward the Promised Land. His life was filled with miraculous encounters and divine revelations. However, just before entering the Promised Land, Moses made a serious mistake that cost him dearly. When the Israelites were thirsty and complaining, God instructed Moses to speak to a rock so that water would flow out for them. But in his frustration with the people, Moses struck the rock instead of speaking to it. Worse, he said, "Must we bring you water out of this rock?" As if he shared in God's power. These actions had serious consequences. Because of this disobedience, God told Moses he would not enter the Promised Land. Imagine all Moses went through, only to miss it at the end. Soon after, Moses died, and the book of Deuteronomy, 34:5-6, tells us that God buried him in a hidden valley, and to this day, no one knows the location. It's a unique moment in the Bible, where the Creator of the universe takes on the role of a mourner, personally burying his faithful servant. This act shows the deep bond between God and Moses, a bond marked by love, respect, and honor. But why the secrecy? Why was Moses' grave hidden? This is where the story takes a fascinating turn. Satan, the adversary, shows up wanting the body of Moses. Why? What could he possibly gain from it? One possible reason is that Satan wanted to prevent Moses from being resurrected or taken into heaven. The Bible tells us that Moses appeared alongside Elijah on the Mount of Transfiguration with Jesus, Matthew 17 verse 3. Perhaps Satan feared that God had plans for Moses in heaven and sought to stop this by claiming his body. Another reason could be more cunning. Satan knows how easily the Israelites could fall into idolatry. Remember the golden calf incident in Exodus 32? If Satan could get his hands on Moses' body, he might use it as an object of worship to lead the Israelites astray. This would have been a clever way to shift their focus from God to the relics of Moses, creating another stumbling block for the people of Israel. Additionally, Satan, known as the accuser, in Revelation 12 verse 10, might have wanted Moses' body to accuse him of his past sins and failures. Moses was not without mistakes. He killed an Egyptian, broke the tablets of the law, and struck the rock instead of speaking to it. Satan could have used these as grounds for condemnation, trying to tarnish Moses' legacy before God. Or maybe, it was just another attempt by Satan to mock God's plan and power. By seizing Moses' body, he might have tried to claim a victory over one of God's chosen leaders, boasting over God's loss. But here's the thing, Satan may be cunning, but God's wisdom and power are infinitely greater. Even when Satan tried to grab hold of Moses' body, God had the final say. His plans cannot be thwarted, no matter how hard Satan tries. This story isn't just about a battle over a body, it's a powerful lesson for all of us. First, it reminds us of the importance of true worship. The Israelites often fell into idolatry, worshipping golden calves or bronze serpents. The potential misuse of Moses' body shows us how easy it is to stray from worshipping the one true God. Second, it tells us that God's grace is greater than our past mistakes. Moses wasn't perfect, but God's love for him remained strong. Lastly, it serves as a reminder to resist the devil's temptations. Satan is crafty and will use anything to lead us away from God, but like the Archangel Michael, we must stand firm in faith, relying on God's power. So, when you think of the story of Moses and the dispute over his body, remember it as a testament to God's protection and wisdom. It's a story that resonates today, reminding us to stay true to our faith, trust in God's grace, and resist the enemy's schemes. After all, no matter how clever Satan may be, God's wisdom, power, and love always prevail.